Police officers, two others killed in fresh Imo attack. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome once again to this wonderful YouTube platform that gives you only updated news and information on all the activities happening in Biafran territory. Please subscribe to this channel, and wherever you're joining us from today, we say welcome, to our channel. Now, straight to the issue of the news in Imo State, concerning the growing insecurity ravaging the southeastern part of the country. The news that came to us this early morning is that police officers and two others have been killed in fresh attack in Imo State. Imo State have been undergoing a lot of attack. So many police officers have collected woto as a result of the growing insecurity. But this particular one might not really be an issue of insecurity, because the update that we got is because of the sit at home. We know what the Biafran government in exile has been doing in order for the government to listen to their plies, in order for the government to listen to their cries. The Biafran Prime Minister Simon Ekpa every Monday has always ordered for the continued sit at home. First of all, for the release of Onyendo Nnamdi Kanu, and also a civil disobedience that shows that truly the people are not happy, with the Nigerian government and how they've handled the issue of Biafrans, especially in Biafran territory. It has actually become a thing that everybody knows. So many people have been kicking against it. So many people have been fighting against it, but it has not stopped the sit-at-home order. It has not stopped the civil disobedience. Just like Prime Minister Ekpa will always say, in the fight for freedom, so many sacrifice has to be made, and that is just the reality. It might not really favor you, but the fact is, at least the Nigerian government are really losing from the sit at home, and that is just the reality. Whether you want to argue it from now till tomorrow, the fact is Nigerian government are losing from this sit at home. It is affecting them. It is really affecting them, despite the fact that it is only, within the Biafran territory. But the fact is that it is really affecting them. A lot has been lost, and that is why they have been fighting tooth and nail through any means, in making sure that the sit at home does not stand. If they were not being affected, nobody will give a damn about the sit at home. So it will be like, if you're done, deceiving yourself, then you stop. But the reality is that the way they've been hammering on the sit at home, even the so-called Igbos in Igbo territory also have been hitting against the sit at home. Some of them might actually be selfish, because you feel, the problem that we are having currently today is just about you and your family, your business. You want to go out and make the whole money on that particular Monday. But at the same time, you need to think about the future. You need to think about, what will really happen if this freedom comes as quickly as possible. That is why the order will always stand until the Nigerian government do the necessary thing. It is just a very simple thing. Do this and we will stop that. The Nigerian government have failed to keep their own part. And that is why, Simon Ekpa will not stop. He's not going to. If they really want the sit at home to stop, they can actually foster that as quickly as possible. Release Igodi Onyendo Nnamdi Kanu to start with. Release Igodi Onyendo Nnamdi Kanu to start with. And the whole sit-at-home issue, Igodi will pipe down for the meantime. This sit-at-home is the only tool, the only weapon currently, that that Biafrans are using to hold tight the Nigerian government. It is affecting them. It is affecting them, and that is just the reality. But what needs to be done will definitely be done, despite what anybody, on social media or wherever you are think about it. It might be wrong, it might be good, but the fact is, the needful needs to be done, and someone is already taking that mantle, to man up, to give woto to the Nigerian government. Now, let us give the news on how, the sit at home actually happened and how it affected them. The death of these police officers and others. The news in detail. An officer of the Nigerian police force has been killed by some hoodlums in Imo State. Our news platforms report that the State Police Command confirmed this in a statement on Tuesday, noting that 2 civilians were also murdered by the assailants along the Owerri Orlu road in the state. The Imo State Police Public Relations Officer Henry Okoye provided them information on the incident during a press briefing in Owerri. However, the police have not yet provided a motive for the attack. According to Vanguard newspaper, some eyewitnesses confirmed the attackers were individuals enforcing the sit-at-home order of the indigenous people of Biafra, while others claim they were armed robbers targeting point-of-sale operators, POS operators. Another eyewitness stated that the attackers were fleeing hoodlums who, after completing an operation, encountered the police officers and opened fire on them. However, the Imo Police Command considers this incident to be extremely unfortunate. The Commissioner of Police, Aboki Danjuma, strongly denounces this savage assault and has instructed the command tactical team to collaborate closely with other security agencies and take decisive actions against the criminals. We still move further to the issue of insecurity as 2 brothers have been murdered in Anambra. Corpses dumped inside car boot. Okay, before we give this particular news on the 2 brothers that were killed or that were murdered, one thing I need to clarify from the first news that I gave is that the Nigerian government or the Nigerian media outlets, they have a way of, bringing the struggle down. Just imagine, these were just criminals who went to attack the POS operators. I actually, saw this news sometime yesterday, and after the operation, I think a problem ensued, and before you knew it, trying to escape and all that, they ended up murdering the 2 police officers. Now, this thing has nothing to do with Biafran struggle. These people need to stop their activity. It is getting old. It is getting old and unreasonable on daily basis. It is no longer making sense. You cannot continue to demonize a group just because they are standing for their rights. They are speaking out. The only weapon the Nigerian government has been using is the weapon of lies and propaganda, controversies. That is the only weapon they've been using to hit against this group. What in God's name are you people doing? Concentrate on the problem that is ravaging the whole country. Look at insecurity. Bandits have taken over, the country, and you're busy putting all your prowess and your information and all your weapons in making sure that you bring down a particular group who are fighting for the freedom of their people. It don't make sense at all. So it was just an issue of normal broad daylight robbery. And what we are seeing is that people are relating it to the sit at home. Like I always say, nobody is actually enforcing this sit at home. At least to the best of my knowledge, nobody is actually enforcing this sit at home. People are doing the needful because they are tired of the contraption called Nigeria. Let us give the final news. As two brothers were murdered in Anambra State, corpses dumped inside car boot. The murder of two brothers with their corpses dumped inside the boot of their Toyota Corolla along the Enugu-Onitsha Expressway, close to Temple Mills, Umunya, Anambra State, has created panic among the residents and passerby. Our news platform learned that the two brothers identified as Onyema and Nonso were believed to be on their way home after attending a church program along Oguta Road near Upper Iweka, Onitsha. The Anambra State Police Public Relations Officer, DSP Ikenga Ikechukwu Tochukwu, in an interview with journalists, said he is here to be briefed on the case of the two brothers, but confirmed the corpses of a couple were found in car boot on the expressway. And that is that on the issue of insecurity in southeastern part of the country. On that note, we say thank you once again for joining us on this wonderful news platform to get the latest news and information on all the activities happening in Biafran territory. Please continue to choose this news platform so that you can get updated whenever we drop our spanking news. God bless you.